Okay, so the next one, so we're just making it a tiny bit more difficult now. So before we did our working at the area under the graph, between the graph and the x-axis, and now we're being asked, let's work out the area between two curves. And everything's exactly the same, except for the first line, where we say, well, we're integrating, oops, I'm going to write it, we're integrating between these 2 points, yeah, which I'm told is 2 and negative 1. So I'm integrating between 2 and negative 1 with respect to x. But all I have to do is do upper, take away the lower graph. That's it. That's the only extra bit of work we're going to do. Okay, so the upper graph is this one here, because that is slightly higher. Don't worry if you get them mixed up. I think you just end up with a negative, and then you would say, well, what made a mistake? But that's your upper one, and your lower one is here. So we're going to do the top line, take away the bottom line. And that's the only bit of extra work we're going to do. So it looks like a tough question, but actually not that bad. So x squared plus 2x plus 3. Still not found a nice spot for this pad, so that's slightly better, I think. And from that, I'm going to take away the lower one. Let's put that in a different colour. Why not? Yeah. Take away 2x squared plus x. Okay, so if I do that, I'm going to end up with, still got to find dx as well. I'm integrating with respect to x. I'm looking between the curve and the x-axis. So yep, integrate that. So that's going to be negative x squared. And then 2x take away x is x. And 3 take away 1 is 2. So that's the first bit. You don't get a wee mark for that, which is a bit of a shame, but didn't really do a huge amount, did we? We just took one equation away from the other. But it was known to do that. Okay, so good points to be had. Don't stress. And now if we want to evaluate the shaded area between them, we're going to have to integrate. So add 1 on and divide by the new power. Add 1 on, divide by the new power, and 2 is our special case, becomes 2x. We do not need the plus c because it's a definite integral. We're going between 2 and negative 1. And same as before, just take your time substituting. So negative 2 cubed divided by 3. And notice I keep that number inside the bracket just to help me look and see if I've made any mistakes. It really does help the eye, I think. Yep, so that's a good one. And from that, I'm taking away, brackets are like this, and I'm substituting in the negative 1. So negative 1 cubed. Don't forget, even we're putting in negative 1, but there's still a negative there, isn't there? That's 3. Very good, okay. So now, just take your time, let's go through. I sometimes go for the easy stuff first. 2 times 2 is 4. That makes you feel good. I'm like, yeah, I've got that. And then 4 divided by 2 will be 2. That'll be negative 8 thirds. So, just, get your confidence up, don't do some of the easy ones if you want. Now let's have a look at this. So negative 1 cubed, so that's going to be negative a third, but it's a negative in front of it, so that'll be positive a third. Yeah, negative 1 cubed. And just in case you're not sure about that, negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. Well, 1 times 1 times 1 is a 1. 2 negatives make a positive, and there's another negative, so we're back to negative 1 again. And then that negative makes that positive. So half, take away 2. Okay, so I think this one here, I'm going to write that out. Sometimes you get these in the calculator paper as well, so that they're really weird numbers, but this isn't, I don't think. I'm going to write it like that, 6 take away 8 thirds. I'll say, okay, well 6 is 18 thirds, take away 8 thirds. Yep, sounds good to me. And that's going to come out then as 10 thirds. So that's the first bit done. And this bit, how do I want to write this one? Well, let's maybe put it on to 6. Okay, so you're looking for the lowest common multiple for that one. So I'm going to take away 6. Okay, so that's going to have to be times by 2. 2 6. This will be times by 3. So that would be 3 6. And that would be times by 6. So negative 12 6. So I've got 5 6 take away 12/6. So that's going to be negative 7/6. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to add that on and let's have a think. So 10/3, that's the same as 26. I can times the top and bottom by 2. So I've got 26 plus 7/6. So I'm going to end up with 27/6 units squared. And I'm almost finished there. I can simplify that and get that into thirds by dividing top and bottom. Sorry, not thirds, halves. I'm going to divide by 3, not get 3. I'm going to divide by 3, aren't I? So if I divide top and bottom by 3, that's going to be 9/2 units squared. Okay, so again, not hard, but just very easy to make a mistake. So really take your time. Go for the low-hanging fruit. If you want just to feel you've got something down, and then take your time with how you want to manipulate it. Okay, always look left and right and see what fractions you've got as well. So I could tell that thirds would be quite helpful because this is going to end up in 6. All right, don't use mixed numbers. Keep it as a fraction. Okay, and I'll just check that's right. Yeah, nice one. Okay, so just to be clear then, the only difference with this question compared to this question was that we had to start off by saying upper, take away, lower. And that was it. This function take away that function, and then it was exactly the same as what we've done. Okay? So you can see in these videos how we're actually built up the skills. Really, we were starting off with just integrating, which was this bit. Then we were substituting in some numbers, and now we're saying, okay, upper, take away, lower. That's it. So it's actually quite a nice question to get, I think. So on the next video, we'll maybe have a little look at this one because I'm going to run out of time. Okay, so I hope that was helpful.